Okay, so France played Germany last night in Munich in the last of the first round matches. That was a bit of a mouthful, wasn't it? I was underwhelmed by this match. In fact, I didn't even watch all of it. I was disappointed by both sides. There was no real flow and pace to the game. It was a bit more of a cagey encounter, whereas some of the other games have been, like, in comparison, wide open. Very wide open. But what is interesting with Jogi Löw is he's announced he's standing down. We know he's going at the end of this tournament. We know that the World Cup a few years back was a disappointing group stage exit. And he told players like Jerome Boateng, Mats Hummels, and Müller they weren't required anymore. Mesut Ozil. Yet he has recalled Müller and Hummels to the side. And Mats Hummels, I don't know what he's doing for that own goal. His body positioning is absolutely shocking. And you can tell what he's trying to do. He's trying to put the ball over the bar, but that's a very good centre-forward's finish for a stab-in, really. The cross from Pogba to Hernandez, and then from Hernandez drilling it across, that is some brilliant build-up play. Pogba creates the goal with a great piece of vision. But you have to question what Germany's defence are doing. A, allowing Pogba that much space on the ball to then just pick a pass he wants. And Mats Hummels, his positioning and his technique. There were patches where Germany were forcing the play. France could sit back and hit them on the counter-attack. It's 1-0 at half-time. The second half, I tuned in and out. I felt this game lacked a bit. It wasn't the worst game that we've seen at this Euros. Not even close to the Spain-Sweden game. But it felt like a knockout stage game in tournaments years ago, which become very defensive, very tight, very cagey. It's a group stage game, and how the group stage works out is 4 out of the 6 third-place teams go through to the next round. So it felt unnecessarily cagey. You want to go out there and win. Now, the Benzema goal that's called off for offside, in years past, under interpretations of offside, there's no clear gap, but under the current interpretation of offside, it's a close but correct decision. But that was a great piece of counter-attacking play and a great finish by Karim Benzema. Had they both been onside, it's still going to be a goal. The German defence is opened up there, and it should have been 2-0 possibly. That highlighted a lot of the weaknesses Germany have in defence. Also, Jogi Löw is picking players out of form like Timo Werner. I'm not sold on a lot of the selections in this German side. And there's rumours of discontent in the France camp, but one thing you cannot say about this French team is that they don't work for each other. This French team really put in a shift defensively. Antoine Griezmann was doing a lot of defensive work, which is not necessarily what you want him to do, but he was there helping on the defensive side of the game. It's a two-way game these days. And Pogba had a better game. He was more involved, more tuned in. And if you can get Pogba tuned in and playing well, then this French side can build into the tournament. This Germany side, Portugal's going to be a tough test for them. The Hungarians, you would think both these sides would beat the Hungarians, except maybe on work rate. The Hungarians had a lot of heart against Portugal. And Germany, that might be a potential banana skin. And if we're looking at, as I say, the best third-place teams, this is the group of death. So, whilst not the most entertaining game, there was a fair few chances in the game. It wasn't as though there was no shots on goal, no saves, nothing like that. But it wasn't as free-flowing as some of the other games we've seen. It wasn't as high energy and high tempo as some of the other games we've seen. I always hark back to the Netherlands-Ukraine game, which was played at the same time in the evening, 8 o'clock kickoff, which was literally bananas end-to-end stuff for 90 minutes. It seemed more cagey, and it wasn't what we expect of modern tournament football. The 90s and the 2000s was where we were getting the cagey, some of these group stage games, some of these knockout stage games, which were 1-0s or 2-1s and felt a bit play for extra time. it's your first match in the Euros. You want to win. France have done that, but I was disappointed with the game. I think the result's fair. I think France are the better side, not only on paper but also on form. I think the French are the better team. Germany have some issues. Hopefully France and Germany can build into the tournament. The Portugal games for both these countries are going to be really, really interesting, as Portugal are the holders. And the Hungarians, if they have that same work rate and that same game plan, they could trouble the Germans, they could trouble the French. Don't write them off. This is the group of death. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you very, very soon.